What is good, Gear Squad? Shane Gear here, bringing you another video, and today we are back, and I want to apologize. I had to leave really early on Friday to go to work, and then I went straight from work to the airport because I spent last weekend, thankfully, with my family. I went home to New Jersey. For those that know, I'm originally from New Jersey, and it was pretty cool to be able to hang out with my family and things like that. But I never really got to officially end hashtag LMGR_week, and I apologize for that. But my man Dragonfruit came through for me, and I appreciate that so much. He created an awesome max aim or max accuracy build for the LMGR. And so I'm not even going to waste any more time for you guys. I'm going to jump right in to Dragonfruit's max accuracy LMGR build. Let's do it.
Hello everyone, my name is Dragon. How are you all doing today? This is Blacklight Retribution, as I'm sure you guys all know, and in today's video we're going to be exploring a maximum accuracy LMGR for Chain Gear's hashtag LMGR week. Underscore, I should say, underscore week. It's been a really busy week for me. I've started university, getting my license sorted, and doing lots of other stuff. Jumping from town to town, sleeping away from home, and jazz like that, but I still try to make this for you guys as to not to disappoint. So as for hashtag LMGR underscore week, we've got to quickly give a big shout out to the main man in charge here, Chain Gear Gaming. He's running the whole show here. He's got a lot of Blacklight content, Overwatch, and general vlogs. I would certainly recommend watching his stuff, especially if you're looking for these sort of community events and challenges, stuff that just brings people together. And a massive thank you to Chain Gear, particularly from me, because I've never done a collaboration with anyone before, so this is a big honor for me, so thank you once again. Anyway, for today, this build has particularly been a lot more enjoyable than a lot of other ones I've tried recently. I've tried max damage, max speed, and they've been iffy, but this one I've been really enjoying. So we're going to get right into the stats, followed by some thoughts and gameplay. Without further ado, let's get into it. So this is what a maximum accuracy LMGR looks like. Lots of damage, lots of accuracy, and lots of recoil with minimal speed. But honestly, this is probably the best way to have this gun. You have the damage to destroy your enemies, but this time incredibly accurately. So the recoil is sometimes tedious, but overall this gun is incredibly strong and suits a lot of playstyles and a lot of maps actually. I've managed to play this gun on Holodeck, Metro, Seaport, Containment, and it works incredibly well. So anyways, part-wise, let's get right into this because, oh, that's not where I want to be. We're going to start with the Nexus Range Extender. This muzzle, at least to me, is much better than the much more popular Briar Extender muzzle, which provides you 0.07 additional recoil points over the aforementioned, but provides you with 1 extra damage. So really, for such a small shortcoming, 1 extra damage is much more appealing, and visually I like the style of the Nexus. The barrel that we use is the Frontier Compensator barrel. It's incredibly positive in terms of aim, hip, and move. And it destroys the default stats by eons. It's incredibly beneficial. Although dropping a tiny bit of speed and only 1 damage point, this is the only way to slash it by leaps and bounds. It just slashes it ridiculously. As for sights, I like my Silverwood combo sight. This is personal preference, of course. But the 3x sight, once you start having the ability to deliver accurate fire, range and line of sight do start to become much more important over other builds such as my Lucha, in which I barely aim down sights. As for the magazine, the good old trusty 40 bullets, dropping off that 1 second of reload, giving you that tiny little bit more of run. And as for the stocks, it was obviously going to be the V2, the somewhat overpowered stock really. This is a massive hit to accuracy and a slight buff to run. Although providing additional recoil, it's undeniable that without this particular part, this build would be incomplete. Lastly, if possible, I run the Astro tag. It drops recoil by 0.02 and increases my run by 0.01. Although nearly non-existent and probably not noticeable in play, if you have it, you may as well flaunt it. So for the rest of this commentary, I'm going to try a little bit of a freestyle, like just speaking as I see it, as it comes to my mind, because a lot of other YouTubers do it and it seems to work pretty well for them. I'm a really script-driven guy, and sometimes you might notice that I'm a bit mechanical. But enough about that, let's just get actually right into this. So the LMGR, the Accuracy Edition I mean, it's really, really good. And I'm not just saying that, I play a lot of guns, and I love a lot of guns. But the LMGR Recon has always been, you know, the bastard child, the one that no one wants to play with, and oh no, look how bad its stats are, why would I go with that? And, you know, sometimes these claims might be true. Like, for example, the maximum accuracy LMGR is pretty similar to a decked out HAR, similar damage, similar accuracy stats, and the likes. But this weapon is very, very good and very, very viable. You get extra bullets over the HAR, you get slower rate of fire, which actually lends itself to hip fire, especially if you can aim and keep your reticule on the target. And overall, it just looks really badass. Like, it looks dangerous and it sounds dangerous, and it's got a really distinct sound on the battlefield, and you know who's using it, you know where they are. But it's sort of like a bit of a mind game. You sound off and they're gonna run to you or they're gonna run away from you. But either way, this weapon is really, really good, especially if you land those devastating headshots. The multiplier is crazy. One headshot and maybe a body shot and you're gonna kill lower level, lower health, I should say, people. Maybe higher, maybe 250, you're gonna start having to double tap, but you're going to decimate, especially if you can land those headshots. And alongside its ability to absolutely decimate people with headshots, this weapon, as I've aforementioned, is actually pretty useful on a lot of maps. As you can see here, I'm using it on Rig, I'm using it at a variety of locations, some close range hipfire, some long range ADS, and some medium range hipfire as well. But you can use this gun on a lot of maps. I've tried it on Evac, the popular holodeck, and Metro, of course, that's where all the hipfire gods are at. But this gun's pretty balanced, and it is able to be used on a lot of maps. And that's not, you can't say that for a lot of weapons. For example, the AR, it plays medium range alright, long range it can do, but after a while the recoil starts to bounce over people's heads, the distance starts to grow a little bit too long. I haven't really noticed this problem with the accuracy LMGR too much. I think the only time I struggled was, where was it? I think it was Evac, but I was aiming from one end of the map to the other end of the map at the back. And that's the only time I struggled to hit anything, but I still got him because the damage, I only needed 3 bullets and I had 40 to go. But it was amazing. So this gun accommodates hipfirers, run-and guns. Running guns maybe a little bit less so because it's a bit heavy, a bit slow, but if you accommodate with fast armor, you might get away with it. But it accommodates snipers as well, marksmen, and just general infantry if they want to play like that. And with all of that being said and done, that's probably the major point of the LMGR, the versatility it has to accommodate all of these styles of play. I love to play all types of engagements. I like to play CQC, I like to play marksman, and this gun will accommodate you quite well. The only thing you may have a gripe with is its recoil a little bit, its rate of fire might be a bit slow for some of you guys, and its run speed. That's probably the major one, run speed. I love to go around as fast as possible, but sometimes you gotta slow down if you want to get those accuracy bonuses and the likes. But really, with that all being said and done as well, that's my thoughts on the LMGR Accuracy Edition. It's a great gun, and you guys should definitely try it if you have the GP available to do it. It's like a HAR, but better and worse at the same time. But you can't go wrong with something that sounds as good as this. And, really, I don't have too much more to say. It's a good gun, and you guys should try it. So with all of that done, I have to bid you guys adieu. I hope you guys have fun with hashtag LMGR_week, because I'm getting better at saying it for the 50th billionth time. And I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of gameplay just to round off the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe to Chain Gear for a lot more great content and collaborations like this, and thanks once again. Have a good one, guys.